Yeah. So you're going to keep all the plumbing in the same spots so you don't have to replumb anything?
Probably.
Yeah. That's honestly.
It's a small half bathroom. Like,
yeah.
Nah, don't overthink it.
People go nuts with the bathroom renos and like, oh, I'd rather have the toilet over there. And it's like, you're paying like $1,000 to move your toilet at the end of the day. Like, unless you hate where it is right now, it's like, I don't know that you're getting much return out of that.
one thing I'm highly considering, because right underneath this bathroom is the crawl space, so I can have access to all of the quarter-inch PVC plumbing lines.
Quarter-inch?
I want to. Is it half-inch? Whatever
Should
it
be
is.
half, yeah.
Half. I want to tap into the hot water line that goes to the sink, run a hot water line next to the toilet, so I can get a bidet.
Bidet. Get a proper bidet, not just one of those ones that
cold water a real one.
Yeah.
A real one.
So you like the cold water
squeeze.
in the top, but the warm water in the bottom.
Yeah.
And bidet is one of those things where everybody I know who gets one will not shut up about it. I've never tried it.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe I have to get a bidet.
I've just tried like the crappy Amazon things where you like, just attach it to with like a flex hose in the back, and then
is that worth doing?
Oh, it's nice.
The Tushy?
Yeah, that's what I had. That's what I
Yeah.
had. Now, the problem with the Tushy though is it's going to be very cold water, and it's also a little more challenging to clean.
Okay.
Yeah, whereas like the proper bidet toilets, it like has this little like housing that it hides in and stuff like that.
But okay, hold on. To play devil's advocate here for a second, you run the hot water line. We all know that the first 30 seconds of hot water is not hot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how that works.
So you're gonna have to like spray cold water for 30 seconds out of your bidet before you get to the warm water.
I should look into that.
Yeah, they do have. I know they have like circulating pumps that you can get that like, but I think you need. I think the plumbing gets more complex. But basically, it like keeps the hot water rotating through at all times, so it's actually warm instantly.
I also know that some of them you actually have to plug in.
Oh,
so perhaps it like heats the line.
A little inline heater, a little on-demand heating action. I could see that working much better than plumbing to your hot water.
But so a standard toilet's what, like $200 or so, $250?
Yeah, something like that.
So like I'm assuming a bidet is probably what, like $500 to $1,000?
Probably something.
Like
Let's see. Toilet bidet. Searching on HomeDepot.com.
Do they have like like a Kohler, or like, do they make Kohler when they make toilets? I don't know.
Let's see. Ooh, there's a very fancy one here for $1,500.
Buy it. Ship it to me.
Yeah, they have one here. Non-electric, elongated. Okay, you wouldn't want that.
Dude, I like the bidet though. Once you try it, you'll never go back.
I mean, for the amount of time that you spend on the toilet throughout your life, I think it makes sense to not get the base one.
Now, where do you guys stand on the round, or I'm sorry, the standard versus the elongated?
Oh, I'm an elongated guy.
Yeah.
Maybe an extra room, if you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. I find it more comfortable. Anytime I sit on a round one, I'm like, what is this, a toilet for little people? Like,
what is this, a center for ants?
Yeah. It seems so small to me. I don't get it.
That and whenever the toilet is shoved in between like two walls, that drives me nuts.
Oh,
and you're just sitting in there like you're on an airplane or something.
Yes.
Yeah. There's nothing worse. Nothing worse.
That's the classic water closet experience.
Yes.
Well, speaking of water closets,